It is day 80, which would be June 19th. Headed out from the George Otter Ridge, I don't even know how to pronounce it, shelter that I was at last night. Today, the big task is a climb out of Lehigh Gap that is somewhat notorious for having a rock scramble and being tough. It's about 1,000 feet of elevation gain. It's going to take some time. I'm getting on trail at about 7:30, which is awesome. The only unawesome part about this is there isn't any water available till at least 10 miles. So I'm going to carry a little more water than normal. It's going to be pretty warm today. It's already 73 degrees. It feels hot and muggy. So we're just going to take you along. They call for possible thunder showers today, but the sky is clear. Probably the first totally clear morning we've had in a long time, which is awesome, but it also means hot. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So I'm going to take you with me down the trail. I need to go down here to the spring and get maybe another liter of water, so I'm carrying 3 liters. Want plenty for going up that climb. There are places on the climb, I think, that you have to take your pack off to squeeze through openings and kind of shove it up. And so I don't know if I'm up for the challenge, but we'll see. There is a blue blaze trail around it if it gets too hard, but it would be crazy to hike half of it and then have to hike it back down and then go up a blue blaze trail. So just going to try to make it up and over. I got some people following me that in case I flake out, they can come and give me a boost and push me up over the rocks. So we'll see you on down the trail. The trail up out of Lehigh Gap. Trying to give you some perspective on how steep this is. It's really hard to do on camera. I've gained a lot of elevation. It's just sort of going straight up over the side of the mountain, and I know it ends in a pretty gnarly rock scramble. I'm stopping here and taking a break. So this segment of Huffing and Puffing is brought to you by the rocks of Pennsylvania. I really want to get up and over this thing early because it's going to get hot. So just going to take my time, take 50, 60 steps and rest, and just work my way up. Pretty sure I can do this, and just got to keep traveling. If I look out level, you can't even see the trail. I have to point the camera way down here to see the trail. It's where it came up. So already, if you look out through the trees, you can see gained quite a bit of elevation. I don't know if you can see on video, down in there's a bridge, and that's where it came from, in the river. But anyway, gonna keep plowing away, just chipping away at this a little bit at a time. I am most of the way up the climb out of Lehigh Gap. It's been a pretty hard rock scramble, but it's not so terribly long. I think the trail ahead goes up here and up over the top, and then it'll get better. I'll probably have another 15-20 minutes of climbing, but the view up here is amazing, so it's kind of worth it, and it's kind of a interesting challenge beyond just putting one foot in front of the other hour after hour. So somebody told me I was going to have to take my pack off a couple of times up that climb. So far I haven't had to, so that's a little bit of a moral victory. But it's kind of a hard climb. A little rock climbing skills back my younger days probably helped, but I'm not up yet, so I'm going to take a rest here in the shade on a rock, cool down a little bit, and then we're going to finish this thing off. So finally, some views, Pennsylvania. It's been a clear day. It's been a little hot, but it's been clear, and I've been hiking along the ridge and been having numerous views. Also lots of rocks, but not terrible bad in this one section back here. Somebody's taking great pains to make steps and fill in level places. So we just keep trucking across today, being hot. It's a good day to watch for snakes on the trail. So watch for snakes. I'm hoping to, yeah, I would really love to find some trail magic with like a cold water cache or something today. It's really hot. I'm rationing my water to make sure it makes it all the way where I need to make it. So I stopped and took a lunch break. I've probably taken an hour here. Made a decision. There isn't much water here. The next shelter is 10 miles. I don't think I've got 10 miles in the tank with all the rocks, and so I'm gonna go another 5, 7 maybe, and I'm gonna still camp, and I'm carrying water, which is a pain in the butt, but that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna carry 4 liters, and it's gonna make my pack heavy. I have one climb. I imagine it's gonna be rocky the whole way. It's just somebody said this is one of the worst sections of rocks between here and Wind Gap or Delaware Water Gap, so I'm just expecting rocks. It hadn't been terrible this morning, but it's just been enough that it's annoying. So I'm gonna head out and see where we go. So I came down here to this road crossing, and there's a water cache up here, and this young lady here is responsible for maintaining the water cache. And I just wanted to say thanks a bunch.
Oh, you're welcome.
And you're also a shuttle driver, right?
I am.
She also gave me a hard-boiled egg, a banana, and an apple, which is fantastic. So anyway, do you have a trail name?
Hippie Baba.
Hippie Baba.
Yep.
So Hippie Baba is responsible for all this and even brought a fresh new container of water. So anyway, I'm going to pop you up on my YouTube channel. One of the many cool people that you meet that are so kind and hikers, and so thank you so very much.
Oh, you're welcome anytime.
Anything you want to say?
Hike on.
Anyway.
Find yourself in the woods. That's what I tell people.
I don't know. I think I lost myself, but I'm trying to find
That's how you find yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much.
All right, you take care.
Mm-hmm. So this is the wrap up of day 80, I believe. This day has had everything. I started this morning at 7:30 on trail, climbed the climb out of Lehigh Gap, which was basically, the very top was rock climbing. It just kind of went straight up over, and then rock scramble for a good while, and then the whole rest of for the first 6 miles, it was just walking over rocks of various sizes, and so that got to 6.5 miles. There was a water cache, which was absolutely fantastic. I drank a good bit of water, and I carried water to the campsite I'm at because the spring is like half a mile down the side of the mountain and really slow running. So then we had a climb out, and the climb out was from the water cache from the road was just gnarly. It just went straight up over the ridge through a pile of rocks. It wasn't incredibly long, but it went on for a long time. And then about the time I got up on the top of that, then I decided to have a thunder shower, and it cut loose and soaked me. I got wet, and then I put rain gear on and got wetter. And then that dissipated, and the sun came back out, and I hiked on. Finally, I decided to make camp here at this campsite, and about the time I got the last tent stake in my tarp, it started raining again. So it's supposed to rain a little bit in a shower here and then clear out, and tomorrow will be clear. So I was debating whether to move on to another campsite, another 2.5 miles up the way, but I'm glad I chose this, because it would have kind of sucked to get wet all over again. I'm damp right now. So anyway, it was a hard, satisfying day. I was the climb out of Lehigh Gap everybody talks about, and it is pretty gnarly. It's at some points it's not quite rock climbing, but it's getting pretty close, and kept my pack on the whole way up through. I'm slow when I do those kind of things because my balance isn't what it used to be, but that was good. And then put in some miles. It was really hot and muggy this morning. I looked at my thermometer at one point, and it was 86 degrees, and the humidity is just unreal because we've been having these rain showers. It kind of cooled off in the afternoon. I stopped at the water cache and ate some lunch, and I don't think I took a nap. I laid down. I just took a break for about an hour, and then kept on plugging, and it didn't seem to be, the heat wasn't quite as oppressive in the afternoon. Of course, it was probably 1:30 or something, so I wasn't hiking straight through the middle of the day. Maybe it was 2, I'm not sure. Maybe it was 2 o'clock. And it's actually nice hiking in the evening because the sun goes down and the temperatures moderate. So I got up on top of the ridge, and there wasn't the big rocks that you have to pick your way around very much, but there are a lot of these little gnarly rocks poking up out of the ground, and every time you put your foot down, it just pokes up in the bottom of your feet or twists your ankle funny or whatever. And so just really wore me out. So my total mileage for the day is like, I don't know, 12 something, but considering the 2 climbs, I'm okay with that. I want to get this done. I'm about 10 miles into Wind Gap. I'm gonna see if I can't, there's a hiker friendly hotel there that lets hikers camp. I'm gonna call them and see if they have a place where I can pitch a hammock and go in there and do a resupply, and actually need to get water there too because this stretch is really, really dry. So gonna do that tomorrow. The goal is 10 to get into Wind Gap and do a little resupply. I have to figure on exactly where I'm going and how much food I need. I need to get at least to Delaware Water Gap, which will be the end of Pennsylvania. Yoo-hoo! So I think that's about, for me, that's about 2 more days. For some of these young chaps, it's a day, but for me, it's 2 days. And then I understand the rocks go on into New Jersey as well. Maybe not quite as bad. So anyway, wrap up, but let me make sure that I gave you the right, day, because I've been known to, yep, it's day 80. So this is a wrap up day 80. Thanks for coming with me. And you know, if you're ever in Pennsylvania, come up here and pick up a few rocks and haul them away, because that's one thing they have in spades. If they could find a way to do something with these rocks, they'd be extraordinarily rich. Anyway, but I'm a little, they're wearing a little thin on me, and today probably was the rockiest overall day that I've had. There was a couple days back where I hiked like 10.5, but there were a couple of cruisy sections. This had a little bit, but even the flat sections had these little rocks sticking up. And so at the end of the day, when you're tired and you're having a hard time picking up your feet, they want to trip you up. So we're getting through this section, and I can say that I made it through the rocks of Pennsylvania.